Alright guys, welcome back. Hagen here. Deltarune's taking me quite a while to edit, so we're giving you Hamza's perspective on the secret boss because I can't get anything out by then.
Fair enough.
So here's the first part that Hamza recorded. Oh wait, we should probably explain how to get here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
What's it called? So, well, I guess let me stream it, so that we can watch. So, what's it called? Um, the original way you get to it is, well, first off, I should explain who the boss is. Because unlike Jevil, who was the last secret boss, this secret boss is a character you kind of already know because you faced him before. He was a very out of place character within chapter 2, and he was honestly kind of random. Uh, he is SPAMTON NEO. Remember Spamton, you made a weird deal with him for some reason, and you had the option of going back to him as soon as you got to the mansion. Now, this is important because this is how you get to the secret boss. So, from the mansion, you can take the door that takes you to any other area to the garbage area. And if you go left of the garbage area, then you can see Spamton's shop. Now, his shop is really wacky because the prices are constantly being generated. So the way you want to get his key is you want to hit Z and then X and then Z and then X and then Z and the X until you get like a good enough price that you're okay with. I had plenty of money, so I think I only spent like 400 dark
100?
dollars, but it
Oh.
was going like
I got it for 44.
400, 8,000, 10,000, like it had a wide range. But yeah, once you get the key gen in the Queen's Mansion, eventually you'll find an area. Well, one thing I skipped over accidentally was you need to do the Hacker Guys quest, which was finding the 3 blue check marks. One was by the teacups, one was in the room with the tasks, and the last one I don't recall off the top of my head, sadly, but they weren't too hard to find. Um, so once you get the key gen and the 3 check marks, you'll meet the hacker guy in the Queen's Mansion. He'll say that there is a secret switch in a room with a bunch of statues of the Queen. And when you find said secret switch, it'll lead you to a room with an unlockable like barricade. So you enter the key gen and then it takes you through into the basement. Now, the basement is probably one of the most hard places in Undertale or Deltarune. It starts off really easy and really pointless. There's a long tunnel, right?
Oh. Should I start playing the video?
Uh,
Yeah.
no, this
Wait,
is more so towards the end
is it towards the
of
end? Oh,
this is
okay.
towards the end of that quest, right? So there's a long tunnel and there's these chompers that try and hit you. They're really easy to avoid. That's not the hard part, right? So it's meant to scare you, right? Because it blocks off your exit uh until you reach the end of the room and you hit Z on this lever, right?
Mhm.
But what's it called? Once you do, you find yourself next to the teacups that rather than sending you down initially, they send you up. And because they start sending you up, you now have to avoid probably some of the hardest projectiles in Undertale. In fact, I died more to these projectiles than I did to Spamton Neo, which is sad. But eventually you'll make it through and you'll have the opportunity to get to the loaded disk, which, what's it called? You'll take that back to SPAMTON. SPAMTON will integrate it to him, and then he'll give you back the disk, and this is where we start the video.
Okay. So this is you
Because,
going back to the basement.
yep, this
Okay.
is me coming back into the basement and putting the disk back in there.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. You gave it. Oh, so you gave it to him, and then he gives it back, and then you're just putting it back. Me when the music stops. There's a jump scare. Oh
A
yeah.
little bit. Honestly, that cutscene was kind of creepy, and I was wondering what exactly would have happened here. I went into this almost completely blind. So this
Yeah.
mechanic here is actually kind of interesting because it was an Undertale. But I actually got really scared here because my bullets just started being deflected. If they didn't tell me to hold Z, I would have been like, yo, do I just lose here?
Oh. Oh, there you go.
Now, honestly, compared to Javel, SPAMTON isn't harder, at least in my opinion, because his attacks are fairly easy to dodge. It's more so that stress component, because with Javel you have, what's it called? There's no thinking involved, it's just reaction. But with SPAMTON, you have to take into account aim. And while it's kind of simple to aim, at the same time you're dodging all of these bullets while also hitting these projectiles that are, you know, moving in interesting and weird ways. And this is where the video cuts, because in the middle of his attack I hit the Windows key button. That's the wrong battle. Here we go. So this is the rest of that battle. This is literally the turn after.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. Oh wait, crap. Cut for a second. Am I streaming? I'm not.
Are
Oh.
you streaming?
Should I have been streaming? Oops.
I was streaming.
Oh, it doesn't say streaming house.
Oh, I wasn't?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I thought I was streaming.
Okay. I guess I'll just go off your POV then.
I could have sworn this entire time I was streaming using like the stream screen thing because my thing wasn't working, but yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
Alright, wait, actually.
So this attack itself is really weird and really interesting because you need the big shots to actually break through them, and I wasn't exactly sure what they would do once they didn't. Like once they got past. I was super confused. And then when it sprayed all the heads, I was like, oh god, I really need to avoid this attack. This attack was honestly one of the worst. Right now it's fine because he's spreading out the whatevers, but when they come from above and below, it's rough.
Okay, so this boss is kind of like a one of those like spaceship bullet hells then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. So there were various things that I didn't know about, like Rousey's Fluffy Guard and Susie's Supercharge. Uh, Fluffy Guard I just didn't really see a point to, because it basically just allows you to tank more hits without getting hit. And it's helpful, don't get me wrong, especially if you want to avoid damage or whatever, but I kind of always thought that healing was just a better use of your TP, because, you know, what's it called? Um, Healing's just generally like my go-to strategy in this game, because you know you can heal every single battle, even without boss battles, while, you know, Supercharge and whatever, they're not gonna always be there. And Supercharge, I didn't really understand at the time, but it only helps your next 20 shots, which is really weird. I thought the more I Supercharge, the better it would be, but no, it wasn't helpful at all. And this is where the up and down and phone signals, yeah, they were really rough. I lost a huge chunk of health there. Honestly, at this point, I was really focused on, like, tanking attacks rather than dodging them. Because, as you can see, what's it called? I'm mostly spamming heal prayer and defense rather than snap. Which, if you just spam snap, you can beat him in not that many turns. It's like, what, 7% per snap all? And assuming you don't use snap all or just use snap from Susie and Chris, you get just 25 turns. But I was more so focused on healing and dealing with his attacks and learning rather than, you know, worrying about, like, fully finishing the whatever. And here is where I realized you could actually break his face in this attack. And I was wondering what the purpose of that was, because I didn't see that before.
Wouldn't that just be for percentage, right?
Actually no, because as you
No?
saw, there was no percentage increase.
Oh, okay. I guess it's just to help you out then.
Actually, what's it called? You'll see in a little bit,
Okay.
that, what's it called? Later he's gonna use the attack and he can't because all the whatevers are broken, so it just creates this free turn.
So I'm really questioning why you're not using your greater healing from Susie.
True. I wish it kind of did have a better use. Because there are lots of times where I'm at 100 TP, but Rude Buster doesn't help, and, you know, Pacifists, and, like, sometimes you want more than just healing with Rousey, and sometimes you don't want to use items for that.
This is itemless, right? Or...
This run sadly was not. As you can see, this was what I was talking about before. It's just a free turn.
Okay.
I panicked too much with the items because I was trying to beat it first try. Yeah, but as you can see, this is a really rough attack because the Wi-Fi signals just come from above and below, so there's no real place to dodge because in front of you is the balls too.
Take this.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this. It also gives you TP too, from shooting that did this.
I don't even think I noticed that.
And the blue guys too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you're slowly
Wait, does
getting-
it?
Yeah. Well, that one you're really close, but on other occasions you're getting it.
It must give you like half a TP point. Or something. I don't think it's quite one.
But the face is back.
Yeah. But as you saw, I was able to kill a piece of him, so it wasn't that hard to beat him. I was more so just focused on dodging, which is why as you can see here, I considered using the top kick, but I wanna keep that for when things get real rough.
And he's only at 37%. My God.
I focused way too much on like trying to beat his attacks rather than to beat him.
Oh yeah, it's going up.
Yeah. I think it's because the Pippas are like better versions of the other thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a bit of a situation.
Yep. It's really rough because any extra bullets you do like
Yeah,
knocks
you're
the
shooting bombs.
thing faster. And yeah, I'm also hitting the bombs too. Apparently people have done this no hit, which it's crazy.
I wonder what the lore behind the suit is.
Behind the what?
The suit.
The Neo suit?
Yeah. Or is that from Undertale? I don't.
Well, there's this theory of Deltarune that everything is kind of like D&D, right? Like this is just a game Chris made for Susie, if that makes sense. And I like to think to some extent that's kind of true, because we see like parallels of characters, right? So like Chaos King, he's kind of like the parallel to Asgore, right? This is Metaton's parallel. Let's see, who else? Lancer's kind of Sans' parallel, right? Let's see. I was trying to think of like other characters that have parallels in Undertale. If you're gonna ask who's the Queen's parallel, let's see, who would the Queen's parallel be from Undertale or Deltarune? Because what's it called? The thing about the Queen is she's more interesting, because instead of reminding me of a character in Undertale, she more so reminds me of the AU Sans. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called or who it's from, but it's Fresh Sans. There we go. She reminds me of him mainly because of the whole glasses and eyes thing. But yeah, I think a decent chunk of this is like paralleling Undertale. Like obviously things are different because, you know, Chris isn't Frisk. Susie is an entirely new character. You know, there's the entirety of his classroom that's completely different. So it really begs the question of what's it called? And then there's I forgot to mention there's the entirety of that first segment in chapter 2 where you can see that all the creatures from chapter 1 are just, you know, like household objects, or not household. They're like playing cards and like a plushie. Yeah. So it makes me think that, like, to some extent, I think the Dark World is kind of just Chris's world plus, what's it called? The objects within Chris's world. So, what's it called? Spamton, for example, would be Metaton combined with, you know, spam bots or ads, right? The Queen might be Toriel in terms of, like, what's it called? Maybe being annoying to Chris, also, you know, having a lot of the memes and references taken from, you know, the internet.
Uh-huh.
But as we get back to this battle, I'm slowly but surely snapping his wires, so...
How close are we? Oh my god.
Yeah. It took a while, because for some reason, they decided to make the snapping really small. Like, in terms of his, whatever. I don't even think Jevil takes this long, in terms of, like, his route. Like, I know it takes all 3 of your turns or whatever, but, like, still. I think it only takes, like, 7 or 8 turns to beat Jevil if you spam his whatever. Comparatively for Spamton, I think if you spam Snap All with your entire crew, that's around like 14, 15 turns. Yeah. So it's twice as long. You haven't fought either, right?
Yeah, I haven't.
But you've seen both now,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Which do you think would be easier?
This is hard. Nope. Oh.
I thought that might have healed him, honestly, and I was so scared. Actually, why was I scared originally? Even if it did heal him, it's not gonna change his pacifist mercy thing.
Oh god. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this is a new attack.
Actually, no, it isn't. Yeah, he did that originally.
Did he?
Yeah, in his base fight.
Oh yeah, well in his base fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, in this fight, it's a new
Yeah.
one. Well, what's actually kind of funny is, you'll see in the future, I actually forget what that attack is, so I kind of just stand there and take it.
Okay.
I was so tempted to use Snap there, just to get rid of his whatever. But I got so lucky here, because, you know, I broke his face and I learned that already. And this is the final attack, which, as you can see, I kind of just let him get really close to me until I realized, oh, wait a second, I'm supposed to shoot here.
Oh god.
But yeah, this is where it ends.
Oh.
Dealmaker is actually a really solid item because at the start of this chapter, mind you, this is my second playthrough, I got both of the amber cards and made silver cards, and I thought having money was really useful. And Dealmaker actually gives you a plus 30% boost to money.
Oh.
So that's really cool. But this cutscene was really weird to me.
Okay.
It felt really out of character for this game. But yeah, this is the room.
Oh, there's purpose to that room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously this is just me going back to the what's it called? I actually kind of wish I showed the item itself in this. Susie do be breaking every pot.
I didn't know Susie did that.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I didn't. I just kept going upwards. I never backtracked.
I just took the damage here because I wanted to get to the save point.
Oh, okay. Alright.
But yeah.
Gotcha. Alright.
And that's where the footage ends.
Alright, that's a good, everyone. Yep. Secret boss for now. Deltarune Chapter 1, Part 1, Video 1, coming soon.
See you in Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Or maybe Part 2 of this video where we do the genocide run.
Oh, God.